Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
All right, this is Heather Cannon, U.S. co-founder for United Distant Stars.
I am Kelvin Fomba, co-founder, United Distant Stars, Liberia.
All right, well, we wanted to welcome you on the 1st of January of 2023. We're just gonna give you some updates and get you prepared for this new year. So first of all, on the US side, we still have some of those boxes of hope. Let me pull one out, available for you. It comes with a fabulous bracelet. You get a little card in there that tells you how many bricks are going to be made from one of these boxes. We also have a letter. I think it's in one of these. I've been slowly putting them together, but oh yeah, here's another color of bracelet. These were made by our students in Liberia last year. So we have a bunch of these left. Here's another type of bracelet. So these start at $10 a box, but you can do more than that. So every $10 will make 12 bricks. So they're still available if you just want to email us at info@uniteddistancestars.com. We can get you set up, and we'll put all that stuff in the description, all those links and all the emails that you need to know. We're also still raising funds to our startup costs to build our center. You know, we need to build a well, we need to get wheelbarrows, stuff like that, so we can get prepared to build the center. We're still working on the plans, but it doesn't mean it has to stop us from getting started. So we've raised over $3,000. Someone just has a pledge for $2,500 that we'll see here sometime, I think in January. So we'll update those numbers once we get that. And it's just a great opportunity to move us forward. Also, because it's the first of the year, please remember, if you're got a birthday in January, to do a Facebook fundraiser. It's a great peer-to-peer fundraising platform. You can just set it up, pick us as a charity. You can raise it for one of our courses. You can help with our future with building this new center, or any other way that you feel will help this organization grow. So yeah, pay attention to our Facebook page. We're going to have different things coming up today. We started posting interesting facts, learning stuff about Liberia, working with we work with youth, we work with vocational and education. So we're going to have different things coming out every Sunday. And I think what we're going to get into next is that 2023 is our 10-year anniversary. Prior to 2013, we were doing projects, Kelvin and I, scholarships and school supply drives. But 2013, we decided, hey, let's make something of this. So we became an official nonprofit in the US. And we launched our program September of 2013 with a 2-day workshop on creative and innovative thinking with 50 youth. So on Thursdays, we're going to do a star reflection. So we're going to be posting stuff about each year. So January represent 2013, February represent 2014, on through October, and then we'll just do some highlights for the last 2 months. So we haven't figured out all the activities yet, but this is going to be a year that we can celebrate with you in how far we come. So Kelvin, what does 10-year anniversary mean for United Distant Stars Liberia, since you guys are basically the ones making the difference on the ground?
Thank you very much, Heather. 10-year anniversary is a great thing to celebrate, because doing something for complete 10 years without no problem, with a very good records, with a very good, testimonies, and so forth. So, I mean, in life, when you succeed in doing something your heart desire, it requires celebration. Because some people, plan to do something and it cannot even last for a year. And here we are. We have gone for 10 good years. It's not a 10 days and 10 months. You know, it's 10 good years. That's a require a great celebration. And trust me, we're going to plan that, and everybody gonna really enjoy it and admire it and like it, you know? So these are things that other people needs to know, that yes, two different people from two different backgrounds, two different culture can be able to work together for this length of time, you know? So this is who we are. So we need to celebrate. It's
Yeah.
very important.
Yes, we do. And we're going to be coming up with some events. We'd like to do at least 1 or 2 live events this year. It's been a long time since it was pre-COVID that we did any events. So we want to do some things there, and we're going to find other ways and how to get you guys involved in this 10-year anniversary. Also, we're going to, one thing I forgot to bring up earlier is we're going to have our first virtual tea time with Kelvin and I. He's going to be getting us more detail on what students and instructors we're going to be working with this time. So we're going to be start advertising that soon, but we're going to do those every quarter. And that's more intimate than these updates, because you'll be able to chat with students and instructors from particular courses. And the one we did in July was just a wonderful experience. It's $10 to be part of this, because you're going to get a free replay and you get to ask questions directly of our students instructors. So it's really worth the time and the money. And you can have tea, coffee. Since it's winter here in the northern part of Minnesota or your states, you could have hot chocolate, whatever your preferred beverage is. You just come to it, and we really have a good time. But for 10 years, on the US side, we're all volunteers. We are people working in the various fields. We have currently a high school student that's helping with our bookkeeping. Our other volunteer for website, she's got a full-time job. We at this time do not have staff. Eventually we're going to need that, because those of us that are doing the volunteer work are taking on extra work, and to really grow this, eventually we're going to have paid staff. So 10 years is it really means a lot. And where we're going, how far we've come. I mean, just coming from an idea, and now we have our own school, we're having an impact. Like Kelvin said, we've had a lot of testimonials. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see some of them. We have some from throughout our blog posts. We're still doing some redesigning of our website, where we're going to have testimonials more in an organized place. But it's just exciting to know, and you guys have all been part of this, whether you're a donor in the US, donor in Europe, whether you're a volunteer in the US, volunteer in Liberia, whether you're the student, you're part of it. We're all part of this journey together. And we want to be thankful to everybody, thankful to our donors. Thank you to all our volunteers. Thank you to our staff and instructors and teachers in Liberia. Thank you to our board members. Thank you to all the students and alumni that have come through our doors, gained something from it, and improved their lives. We're just so grateful for all of that. Anything else on the 10-year anniversary, or do you want to move into current updates in Liberia?
Yeah, because I would like just everyone to stay tuned to be able to get the date when we finalize it, when and how we're going to celebrate our 10 years anniversary. So we on that preparations, and we will let you guys to know. We want the whole world, that people that part of, being part of this with us, everyone should be able to, know that yes, they have been doing a lot, and they are still doing a lot. We need to celebrate. We need to appreciate them. That's one of the way of appreciations, when people are been into something and they see that that thing is growing. They will feel happy. They will feel good. So I can come straight to to us in Liberia. I would say Happy New Year's again to everyone around the world. And Liberia, we are trying. We particularly United Distant Stars. We just thank God, and with thanks go to everyone. We have no problem, and we are so happy that 2022 was a great year for us. We did a lot of things that, it bring a lot of differences. We're able to, get a land for ourselves through the help of every one of you. Now we can be proud that, yes, we have a land for ourselves, and thank God that our people are also working on it to be able to see how best we can start our own constructions. This all happened in 2022. We are able to do a lot of things. Right now, we are planning to include the driving, in which we got the first car in 2022. So, I mean, it was great. So, and we are happy we all see this day today, January 1st, 2023. No one is sick among us. No one died among us. That's the great thing. That's the great thing. So, I mean, presently, we are still on recruitment. We have started a safe cycle, and we started very good. The only thing, there are a lot of challenges, in which we're always facing our challenges, because challenge is something that you cannot escape it. You have to face in it. So we are facing those challenges, and presently we have a lot of things, a lot of schools are coming up, opening vocational schools and what have you. But that did not worry us, because we believe in what we can do. That's our focus. So we have started, and then still we on recruitment. We give 50% to help the less fortunate of any course that we are offering. And although we have gotten almost to the political season, which is going to be, some challenges. Some people are going to focus on politics and instead of learning. So we're trying to convince the youth it's their right to be part of politics, votes, but we also encourage them that they have to learn, because no matter what, you have to know something. You have to, that's the only way. When you know something, you can be able to do something. When you don't know anything, you're not going to do nothing, absolutely nothing. You can only give when you have. If you don't have, you can't give it. So this is what we are working on. But everything is so good, although people crying every day, no money, but yes, still, nevertheless, we have a strategies that we can apply, convince the people or to help the people. If someone has to pay $50, we have the way that we can break it down, that it can be even to bring $5, we can accept it, and while they are learning. So these are the things that we do that will make difference. We don't have to say, hey, if you don't pay that $50, you're not going to attend. No, because we are there for them. United Distance Star is there for this kind of people that facing some difficulties, but they have the passion. So if we are not there for them, they're going to lose. They're going to become a failure, and which it might not be their fault. So these are the kind of things that we're doing, and we are so happy succeeding in such a, uh, implementation. And thanks to our staffs here, our team, the very strong team. And because of we are unite, and this is why we hold together, and we keep holding together until 2023 here again. And we are still together because we do things together. No one's know who is who, or whether director or who. We do things together. We share together. We work along with the students. To the academic, it have been great. People comes, and you can't believe it, Heather. Up to now, I think up to 30% of the students that we have, we are in the third period now. They haven't able yet to even pay their registration. Yeah, but the question here is, are we going to, put them out of the school? Because it would be so sad. So some of them, their parents, oh, we have not taken care yet, 3 months now, 2 months now. Just be patient with us, trust us, we will pay. We have to trust people. That's the only way we can get people. Because if you don't trust anyone, then you're not going to do anything. Because no one lives alone. No one works alone. And if you are working with someone, you don't trust them, that work is not going to be better. Trust people, let them prove themselves. So these are the kind of things we're doing, but the kids are so great. And I think when you came here, you interacted, and up to now, you are interacting with them. They are giving you, information, how they're feeling good, how their learning is going. They are so happy. The only students that they are worried is the 9th graders, and they are worried they don't want to leave UDS. But for now, nothing we can do about it, because we at the junior high, we have not yet created any senior high yet, but maybe one day we might come there. So these are some of the things.
I got a question, speaking of the 9th graders, but just junior high in general, you guys did something different this year with the junior high students. What was that?
Oh yeah, what we did is that these kids, we deem it necessary that
they're not all kids though, remember, some of them are young adults.
Yeah, we deem it necessary that these kids need to, at their early ages, they need to join also the vocational education. So we decided for them to enroll in the vocational education. So when they graduate, they will be able to help their parents, be able to help themselves. If a kids are 9th grade, able to fix their own donuts, their own, paper collar, as we call it here, they can fix that in the morning, and they will be selling it while they go to school. And when they come, they will make money. They want to buy, handouts, they want to do assignment and all this stuff, it's going to help them. So we are succeeding in that also. We have, most of them have enrolled at a vocational institution and vocational department. So they are doing great. They are so happy with it. And we make them as a senior, because it's the last class for now that we have. Everything about them is different. Their uniforms is different. We're teaching them a leadership. We make them, they control everything from in the morning, the devotion hours. They make sure, all the other students come to school very neat. They make sure their heads are flat. They make sure their heads are well cut, and they make sure they control the, the dress code and all this stuff. So that reduce some, some of the work from the staffs, and they are doing it well. Very early, they come very early. They at the gate, inspecting, the students, and it's good. Most of them are doing extremely well. You see, so these are the differences that we made. Their uniforms are different, so others will be able to see them as a seniors. So we are so glad for us making things work this way, given even if they are students, but they should be valued. They should know that yes, they are important in a society, not just as students. They can be part of, decision making. And we feel good about that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I think, I'm not sure if we're losing Kelvin yet, but I think he brought up a lot of interesting stuff. So in December here, we got a used Toyota Corolla that is going to start our driver's ed program, excuse me. So they're in the process of getting that ready, and we'll be recruiting for that soon. They're still recruiting for the 6th cohort of students. We've been recruiting since October. There's been a few challenges that he talked about. Besides the economic one, we're heading into a presidential elections next year. So some people have decided who are running for office to set up free vocational schools. So we've had some interesting competition this year. We have other people that are just coming and saying, I'm going to start a school. Not sure if they've gone through all the protocols, not making sure they have everything. So besides all that, we're still moving forward because we know we can stand by our background of our graduates find work, whether they get employed by somebody or they become independent contractors. The other thing he really wanted to stress is the team that we've built on the Liberian side. They work well together. There's no concerns about titles. They collaborate together. They figure out problems together. They make decisions together. And that is a lot why we've come this far. Also, we have our academic side, and our 9th grade students are not pleased that we don't have a senior high school. And so when the school year ends in June, July, they're going to have to find a high school, which can be tricky because a lot of the high schools can be very expensive and some of them may not go on. So that's another issue that how do we deal with that? And then, and then the 9th graders, like he said, they got their own special uniform because they're really trying to build them as leaders. And a lot of our junior high students, they're not children anymore. They can be 16 into young adults. And so it's really good to make them leaders because, they are older, they have certain responsibilities. And that's why those classes, 7th through 9th, it's been opened up for them to also take a course in our vocational trades. I've talked to a few that are either electricity or cosmetology, and one of them is the electricity is a young lady, and they're sharing with me what they're learning, and it's really exciting to see because I had shop classes in high school, at junior high and high school, so I don't see why we can't be helping these young people have a better start there. So Kelvin, what's the other thing that you're going to be doing here in January that you just got funds for?
We're going to, 2 things which I have mentioned. One, and which is a driving, and it's going to be great. We are recruiting for that because it is something that people have been asking for some years now, but everything has a time. I think there's a time that we need to start. And the next thing is that it's gonna help us greatly is the electrical system. A few years ago, we have a solar system in which we're still using it, but it was not 100%. So now that people have helped us, Simon Donation and other people and other board members have come together and say, yeah, it is important for us to reach to 100% because our electricity, sometimes it's not stable and generator is costly. So the solar system is what we're going to focus on in January, which we already have fund for it. We're fighting hard to see how best we can get someone that will be able to, be reasonable and understand what we are doing so that they can come in also to help to make sure that we have the 100% solar system, meaning that we'll be able to take the entire lab, the computers in the labs and also in the offices, that will be able to serve also the current system in the entire building, bulbs, the fans, etc., that we'll be able to use even if there is no LEC, because gasoline price increasing in using gasoline is harmful. Using generator, one, it is harmful, and two, it is costly. So, but solar, it is very, very good. You are not going to, silent is very silent. You're not going to hear any sound that will disturb you. And secondly, you're not going to smell any carbon monoxide that will be able to affect your system. And it's going to be a great thing, which I appreciate all those who join us to make this happen. So we are on that now, just after the holiday. That's what we are going to embark on, and we pray that we succeed our 100% solar in the building. And also that would be great. We'll be able, hence we got stable current now, we'll be able to bring in other stuff, trying to talk about, even doing some other stuff, internet system, to go get stable internet and be able to also do other things, include other things like, we want to do something all about ourselves, because right now where we are not too big, but we don't go to people to, photocopy our documents or, do other documentaries, and as an organization, you need to document is very, very important. It's not good taking your document out for, printing or, creating it. It's gonna create some problem. So after we've got a complete solar system, we're going to see how best we can get an internet system also. And we're also going to get more equipment. That's our next plan, or other plans that will make us to be printing our own ID cards, to be printing our own T-shirts, also uniforms. So, I mean, some of these fundings we'll be able to stay, and we will make use of that in other areas. And presently this year, 2022 graduation, we fight hard, and we were able to get our own graduation gown. For the past years, we've been renting gowns or graduating it. But here we are, our children, students, and other staff. As we said, we work as a team. Being a team have made us to get our own self-graduation gown, so that we can use it now without renting it. And then we can also be able to raise funds from that. When people know that we have it, they can come and rent.
Oops.
We're trying to bring in more changes. That is a great thing. Yeah.
All right, well, this is our New Year's update. And just, to clarify one thing, the car that we purchased and the solar that we're going to get to 100%, with still funds from the $50,000 donation we received in 2021. So it was pretty exciting that we could do this next step of, again, adding a course that students wanted, but also our sustainability, which deals with electricity. So again, we want to wish you a happy new year. As Kelvin said earlier, stay tuned on what we're going to be doing on both sides of the Atlantic for our 10-year anniversary. And Kelvin, I'll let you close it.
Yeah, that was a great one, and happy to talk to every one of you today. That I'm overwhelmed, to see this day and being.
Uh-oh. This is a problem with internet over in Liberia. They're 6 hours ahead, so it looks like it's a clear day, but these are some of the challenges we're dealing with the internet. That's our, like Kelvin said, one of our next things. How do we get better internet so we don't have these dropping and stuff like that? But I know he wishes you a happy new year. And I wish he would have bounced back on right now, but he can't. But again, we will be talking to you soon. And thank you so much for a wonderful 2022. You'll be seeing some information on how the year went soon. And if you've donated this past year, you're going to get your giving statements yet this month too. Thank you.